Bullseye.
Hi everyone, this is Patchman21 and this is a response video to a tag. This is the Mount Rushmore tag where you get to talk about your top 4 of anything really. I was nominated by Elombro Gordo 1. His link will be in the description below, and at the end of this I'll be tagging 4 other YouTubers. Hopefully they'll pick this up and carry it on. It seems like a fairly decent idea. I did rack my brains for quite a while to decide what I was going to do, and I ended up with books. I have been in the past a prolific reader, thoroughly enjoy them. Nothing too cerebral, just sort of brain candy really. So I thought I'd give it a go, and I thought, well, it's a top 4, so you're going to need something, a reason behind each one. So I thought of the top 4 moment-changing books that I read, books that made me change various aspects of my attitude towards reading en masse. So here they are. Number 4 is a book by Spike Milligan. It's called Romwell, Gunner Who. It's a war memoir book, and this was the first book that I read that made me realise that reading wasn't a chore. It was fantastically written, very, very funny. I was a young lad. The only books I'd ever really read were to do with school curriculums and on the syllabus, so I had to read them. This one was given to me. Somebody suggested I read it because I thought it was funny, and I did. I read it while I was on holiday, and I reread it, and I laughed all the way through it. I remember staying up late at night under the covers with a torch as a kid, reading this book. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Oh, bear with me a second. Sorry about that. My missus is just off out with some friends. Okay, anyway, so where was I? Spike Milligan, yes. Romwell, Gunner Who, one of many war memoirs that he did about his time in the Second World War. The second book is a Stephen King book, The Stand. Again, I was a lot younger. I read that. It was a huge volume. I'd always been put off by large books, thinking that they were a grind, they were work. But I'd read some Stephen King, and The Stand was a challenge, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go. And that taught me that large volumes are nothing to be put aside, because they don't eat up your time. They just make your time well spent. So that brought me into the larger volumes of books as opposed to just quick reads. So that changed my attitude towards reading as well. The third one is Audrey Niffenegger, The Time Traveller's Wife. Now, I was part of a book club. Well, I say a book club. It was a chance to go to a pub and meet people who read, and they'd suggest a book and we'd all read it. It was a bit pants, to be honest. The majority of them were women, and a lot of the books were, well, just shit. So one of them came up with this book, and I thought, also another sort of sob story or love story or some crap like that. But it wasn't. It was beautifully written, very, very well put together, and very intelligent book, which I couldn't put down. And that taught me that changing genres, you don't have to be massively into science fiction or horror or biographies or whatever. It's about enjoying something for the way it's done or made or designed. So that taught me books, regardless of what genre they are there, and you should always try them. And finally, number 1, Iain M Banks, Consider Phoebus. This is the beginning of the Culture series that Iain M Banks wrote, and I went nuts for it. Science fiction, beautifully written, with fantastic universes and characters, and artificial intelligence's minds, with wonderful naming setups. Just fantastic. Just one of my favourite books of all time. So there's my top 4. I'm going to tag some other YouTubers. Hopefully they'll be able to carry this on. I don't know if this is the sort of thing they do, but hopefully they'll hear about this and they'll give it a go. One of them is 8-Bit Beck. She's an unboxer and reviewer, and I've had a look through her channel. It's a bit of singing as well, so I don't know if she'd be too bothered to do this. It might be up her street. The other one is the Total Random Reviewer. He, again, another unboxer, but I just like to see him to try this, even if it's just a speaking one. I think he just does unboxing with his hands. Shake Your Geek, I haven't heard from for a while. I do think this is something they would enjoy. I'm not sure if they've already been invited to do it, but there's those guys. And finally, Moon Mama. So if somebody passes this on to her and see if she's interested in doing this. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. If you haven't already, subscribe and share it with your friends. Thanks. Bye.